Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back, and at last I'm doing Roxy's Weekly Challenge again. I've missed the last couple of weeks, unfortunately, just didn't have time to do it, and I also didn't have quite the right things to pull together to make what she was making, and I just thought I couldn't face doing loads more printing, so I just ended up giving them a miss, but I'm determined to do it this week. I'm now sitting here on Monday morning. It's quite early for me to be in my craft room. It's 9:30. I'm never normally up quite ready by this early to do my videos, but I just ran out of weekend and I thought I really want to get this done, and we've got things we need to do later today. Rich is out doing a run. He's in training for a half marathon, madman. So he's off running for about an hour odd, just getting himself, he says himself, he says, I must be mad. But I thought, well, while he's doing that, I'm going to come in here and do my Roxy's Weekly Challenge, which today we're making ledger journal cards. So using old pieces of ledger paper to make journal cards, large journal cards, which are always handy. And to be honest, I didn't know if I had anything suitable or whether I'd have to do some printing. And I thought, well, if I have to this time, I will. But it turned out I did have a couple of things I could use. So this was from a pack I got from Rachel. This is some old ledger paper that's been written on. And I think this is probably just the only one I should use. I'm not going to make nearly as many as she did. She made loads. But this, I think, will make probably 4 journal cards. I think I can get this into 4. But I also have a couple of, I also have some plain, unused but vintage ledger paper that I've got a bit of, which I thought, well, if I come to it and I've got time, I could maybe, instead of them being written on, I could cover with some old vintage book page, maybe, just to make it look more interesting. So I could do that. And I've also got this. Is actually a piece that I had myself. I haven't got much vintage ephemera, and I did pick up this pack, and I haven't really used any of it because I've got so little. I've kind of been holding it. But this is something from the Army Pensions Office. It's not. I mean, it's vintage. It's not really old. It's 1962, but it is plain on the back, and it's this lovely cream colour. So it would be quite nice to use for ledger. As a journal card. Don't know if I'll get around to using this because I think I've got enough here anyway. So, and I've got a pile of papers here to use to decorate. So I did yesterday. I did manage to do a little sample. I've got all my papers out ready. I just didn't get around to doing the actual video. So this is my little sample. It's a Christmas one. Because I think I'm going to do another Christmas one today, just because I'm really starting to get into Christmas groove at the moment with all my Christmas stuff all out now. And I thought this turned out quite nicely. It's got some space to write on. I'd probably put something across the back here when I use it. So I'll just put a little cluster here at the top. And a word and a bit of washi tape at the bottom. I really like that. I haven't done, what she was doing was folding over her digital to the back, which I have done there, and also folding over the piece of ledger onto the front. So it kind of gave it a little bit of a finished look. But I really like this bit of, just see this bit of writing here that you can see. And on the back it was just plain. So I thought, well, actually, I'd rather see this and just have the heart and not have any of this covered up because I thought it was a really lovely image. You'll be seeing more of that fairly soon because this is part of the digital kit I'm using this year, which I'll be showing. I'll be doing a video to show you that as part of as I come towards the end of the DD Farrago challenge. I'll start doing my own things and making the journal, so you'll see more of that then. So I decided for the first one I'm going to make another Christmas one because I looked at my Christmas paper scraps and I've got quite a lot of digitals by Roxy Creations, and this was just a scrap I had, and I thought, well, I've got to make that into a journal card, haven't I? Isn't it gorgeous? So I thought, well, I'll make one of those because you can never have too many, can you? And then I'm going to make one for my Moroccan journal that I'm working on. and then we'll see what happens after that. We'll just keep going and make some that are more generic. So what I first of all need to do is take this piece and cut it into 4, I think. So I think I'll just fold it a little bit so I can tear it in half, and then I'll tear them in half again, and then I think that will be, they won't be huge journal cards, but I think they'll be big enough. I mean, that's too big as it is. Fold them in half. They're quite a decent size. Let's see if I can do that without messing it up too much. Maybe I need to use my ruler, otherwise I'm going to have too much of a jaggedy edge. Okay, that's better. And I'll just tear it roughly in the same place. And this one as well. And there we are, we have 4 journal cards. I can't see I'm going to get around to making more than these 4, so all the other bits I brought out probably won't get used. So let's start with this one. I haven't really done a great job on the top there, so I think I might just tidy that up a little bit. So, yeah, that's better. Okay, so the idea is we turn this over a little bit, but I don't know. Yeah, I could do. Just turn that over a little bit. That way, not that there's much to be seen, really. But then there isn't much on this side either, so that's what Rachel was doing, so gonna do the same. It's not very straight, is it? Never mind. Now I've got to figure out how much of this I want to use. So I think I'm going to turn that over a little, because that'll tuck around the back. And I'm probably not going to do the same process because I can't remember what order she did her things in, and I'll just try and do things my way and hopefully end up with a similar result. So if we're going to do that there, then I need to tear it about there, I think. It's all really pretty. I think, no, is that going to be about right? Yeah, I think the little fella's only just about going to appear, but we'll see. Hopefully I've not made it too short. I don't think I have. Let's just tuck that in. I have a little bit, so I'm going to just tear this little bit off at the bottom. I think I'll have to tear it off a little bit more on this, the width, but I'll wait till I've got the right height, and then we'll see. I think I'm going to have to unfold that, otherwise it's not going to tear. Even now, I'm not sure it is. Actually, I think I would like to use this tear ruler, because I quite like that edge. Oop. Of course, I missed a bit. Wouldn't be me if I didn't lose a bit at the end. All right. Then we will just figure out how tall it needs to be. Let's go for about there, I think. Don't think there's anything I want showing, not really. Okay. Now we can have a look, see where it... Oh no, that's got to fold around, isn't it? Yep, that's folding around the back. Like that. And then so we just need to take a little bit more of this, just a little bit more of the side. Okay, let's do that. So we still see the little boy. I think it's a little boy, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's a little boy. There we are. That should do it. And then I think I'll do the preparations, and then I'll come back and glue. That's what I'll do. So I put these lovely scraps aside, and I've pulled out a few bits to make make one for my Moroccan journal. This is some William Morris in the pink. I've got this piece. So any side that we want to fold over, well, I guess we'll just do the same side. So there's no pretty writing or anything on the back here, but I'm just following the little formula, I guess, that. But I'm not going to do side tucks or anything like that. I'm not going to do anything complicated because I think I need to just keep this simple. For me, simple's good. Right, just tear it down there. Let's do the length as well. Well, I'll take a bit off the top so that we've got that nice edge. Don't whizzle on me. Yeah, so when we've finished doing all our, me doing my video, we're just going to be doing his running. He's running. I think he's aiming for 15k this morning, because he's going to do this half marathon in a few weeks' time, and he's never done one before, and that's 20k. So he said he'd be running for, well, over an hour. So I've got a bit of time to get this done, and then when he comes back he's going to be starving, so he's going to want a second breakfast. He had a little breakfast before he went, just give himself a bit of energy. But he'll need sustenance and coffee. He will definitely need coffee. Can't go anywhere without his coffee. So I'm just going to turn this over. Yeah, and then we're going to go and do some, hopefully, furniture shopping. Well, not lots of furniture, but I've been wanting to get a new sofa bed for our spare bedroom. Well, when I call it spare bedroom, it's not really. It's a room that we use for people when they come to stay, but it's downstairs, and it's got double doors into the garden, so we call it the garden room, really. It's got lovely big double patio doors, so it's kind of like a second sitting room. But because the sofa bed we've got is so uncomfortable to sit on, we don't really sit in there. I mean, he's got a lovely comfy armchair in there, so he sits on that. But I never feel like sitting in there because the sofa bed is so hard to sit on. So I don't use it very often. But it's a nice room to use. It looks over the garden, and it's quite a nice room. Right, sorry, I'm not thinking right. So I've got that ready to glue, and then I'm going to decorate that up. Right, so I've got two more here. So let's find some papers for the other two. I've got a bit of a selection here, so let's see what we've got. I've got these. This is some Shabby Dabby Doodah. I think it's called Ballroom Botanical or something. So I've got that and that. And I've got some of her English Country Garden paper. Well, that's Myrtle Cottage. These are all Shabby Dabby Doodah ones, and I've got a couple of Rachel ones. I'm wondering, let's have a look at this one. Maybe I'll do this one and make it wrap around the other way. I'll do that. So I'll tear it down there. Let's try it. See if I can get this to tear nice and straight. Yeah, not bad. And we'll take this piece. So this is the one where this is going to wrap around this side for something for different, although, yeah, I'll just do that. Okay, so like that. Then we put this piece in here like that. Allow for a bit of a fold over. And I'll tear it down around there, I think, something like that. And then tear off the bottom. And now let's see how tall it needs to be. It's very pretty paper, isn't it, when you, with these bits of the florals and everything. I'll take it to about here, I think. Oops. And I made it a little wide, but actually I quite like the. I make that a little bit wider, I think, that turnaround. I don't know if I've made it. I might need to trim it a bit more. I probably should do this bit first and then trim. But never one to do things in the right order. Okay, let's see if I've made it. Oh, that's about right. Okay. We're going to get that. Isn't that pretty? It won't need much decorating, maybe a bit of a label. So that's that one. Lovely. One more. I have one more. So let's see. I've got this piece, which is really pretty. This is from Myrtle Cottage. It's got some script on it as well. I do quite like that. It's different colours. Oh, let's see what I've got in the way of. I've got some of Rachel's document style papers. Quite floral. Going super floral here today. Some of these. And I do rather like that one. How many have I got here? Quite like this. I like the. Let me see. Let me see. Quite like that with the rose. Alright, so I'm just going to. I think I'll do my height. And I can see what I'm working with. Yeah, I'm doing it a different way round to the others. I've got to take this bit off, but I'm going to tear that there. And this piece is perfect for backing because it's you know, that's definitely writable. But this is the decorative bit, which I really like, and I like this bit with the lace. So yeah, I think this is going to be the wraparound part. So I'll wrap that around. I shall tear it there. Just take this edge off there. That's good. And I will fold this around the back. So pretty, such a lovely colour. Like this piece. And then I'll tuck that in there. And I'll just fold this over here. And if it's a bit, then I can tear a bit off. Yeah, I'll just tear a little bit off that edge. And that will be fine. That'll be nice. Right. So, I think that's that one done now. Whoop. Where's the... tuck it in. I've done that right. Go there. Oh, I think I've made it a little wide. I still need to tear this down a touch more. It's curling up there. It's just catching it. Obviously didn't tear it quite as straight as I'd hoped. Oop. Let's just do that a little bit more. Okay. That should be better. So we got that like that. And that like that. And then we've got the pretty journal card with some writing space on the back and a few dates. So 1959 this is from. So it's not that old. Not super old, but I don't have a lot that is, so it's fine. It's just nice. It's a lovely colour, this paper. Okay, so let's glue these on. Oh, but I do, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm going to have to do a bit of inking on some of these. Well, on probably all of them, because I think they need it. I think I want to make this a little bit shorter. I think it's just want a little bit of the ledger showing above, just a little bit. I'm just going to tear a bit more off. And then I'm just going to ink around these because I like them to have that finished look. Take the bit of white off. I don't need to ink this edge because it's going to be hidden under the bit that tucks over, but I will be inking that instead. And I want to ink the edge of this. Right, so ink and then a bit of, let's just glue it on and see how it looks and see if I need a little, they'll probably need just a little finishing touch, probably a little label is all of these are going to need. Now what did I do with my glue? I had a new glue somewhere lurking around my desk. Oh, there it is. There it is. So one of the things I've been doing over the weekend, which I'm really pleased about, is getting the two journals finished for my grandchildren. I've been working on Arlo's all year since we started, since he was born, and he's now. Well, it's now, what, 13 months? Yeah, it's 13 months now. So it was only meant to be his first year because it's it's when we were visiting him every week, as I did on my own when Alyssa was in her first year. And her journal is the same. It's recording all my visits. And I'd got hers right to her birthday, and I had 3 more pages to finish off, and I just I'd kind of got just stalled on it really and put it aside and never went back to it, which was very, very naughty, but it happens. You get distracted with other things. Anyway, so I've got both of them done. I'd got to pretty much the same stage, or I got as far as my birthday, I think, and then hadn't done anything more, which was only a couple of weeks before his, so there wasn't much more to do. And again, I hadn't quite managed to finish. But now they're both finished, and I'm really pleased. I don't know whether I'll give them to them at some point. I always intended for Alyssa to have hers when she's old enough to kind of enjoy it. I don't think she is at the moment. I was thinking possibly when she's maybe 10 or something, when she can actually understand what I'm saying to her and, can kind of enjoy the fact that we had that, we formed that bond when she was so little. So when I feel like she's ready, I will give it to her. Or I'll let her see it and keep it for her until she wants it. I don't know. I might keep it here. And the same with Arlo. I mean, who knows? He's being a boy, he might not be that bothered. I don't know about his first year, but he might do one day. It'll be there for him when he wants it. Whoops. So, yeah. The trouble with when they're first glued is because they're wet, they're a bit soft and they get a bit bent up. So I'm just going to leave that to try and dry, because the prototype is now quite nice and firm now. And that was a bit all soft, but it's now quite nice and firm. And this will be the same when it's finished. It's really pretty though, isn't it? So yeah, we'll come back and do something a bit more to that in a little while. See how the time goes. Need to take another. This is quite a nice book, so I want to keep some of these, not over glue these pages. Like some of them I glue to death and then throw them away, but they're a nice size, so these would be quite good for making pockets and things with when I've finished using it as a glue book. I'm thinking maybe a butterfly on this one would be quite nice with all the flowers. Let's just do this edge as well, the one that's going to tuck around, because it's got quite a bit of white showing on this edge. Okay, let's glue it on. Alright, let's put that about there, lining up where I've inked the edge. I got it far enough across. These things are always a bit tricky when they're very wet to get them down flat. Yeah. Nope, that didn't quite go down as I wanted. Okay. Hold this around quick before it dries. There, that looks pretty, doesn't it? Have I put this one upside down? No, I haven't. Oh, it's all good. But I've inked it in the wrong spot, so I should have inked it afterwards. Haha. Yes, don't ink before you fold in case you don't fold it in the right place, which of course I haven't. So I'll just have to kind of disguise it by over-inking. And then come on this side. Yeah, do that afterwards. That's the key. And then I've got to glue this bit down, haven't I? Yes. I'll wrap that bit around. Although I don't know now. Quite like that, but now I've folded it, haven't I? So I'm going to have to. Oh well. Glue. Just glue that bit down. Well, I think it does give it a nice little kind of finishing edge, doesn't it, to have it folded around. And then we'll just ink around it. And then we'll do some little finishing touches. Hopefully we'll have time to do that. There's two done. Right, so that one. Now we'll do the... Okay, right, I'm using this. This is going to be the Moroccan one. Okay, so again, we'll ink around the edge, but I'm not going to ink. In fact, I don't think I've actually even folded this one, have I? Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll wait until I've glued and then fold it. Have I even... No, I haven't actually given it the... Oh, it doesn't matter. Have I got... It's going to fold there. It's not actually... Oh, I see. Haha. That's what I have. I didn't notice I'd left it folded. So I didn't really mean to glue that edge, did I? I mean, ink that edge. Because that was the mistake I made last time. Didn't realise that's what I was doing. All right, maybe I should glue that bit on first and then fold it around to make sure I get it in the right spot. I'll try that. Just try doing it a little bit differently. Hang on. No, I know what to do. I'll fold it and tuck it into that fold. That might make sure it goes in the right place. Can you see? Yeah, that's okay. Sticking out a little bit, but doesn't matter. Ooh. Okay, now I'm going to glue this side. Ooh, no, let's get rid of this before I tear my paper. Oop, that didn't come apart very well. Okay, let's finish this. Right, let's see now. Let's wrap that around. Tuck it under there. And then glue this little bit down. I'm sure I'll have a spot for this in my up that way in my Moroccan journal, because lots of pockets to fill in that. And we'll do the Christmas one last, and then we'll start decorating them. Okay. Start inking around this one. So this time I haven't inked the folded edge, so I'm gonna risk it and just glue the whole thing again. Right. Ugh. I think I've got some of the book page on it. I'll just have to rub that off in a moment. Okay, I don't want to cover him up. No, he's just about visible, I think. I'll wrap this lovely piece around. Okie dokie, that's nice. Now, where did I see that bit? Oh, there it is. Just rub that off. Where a bit of book page lifted onto where it got a bit gluey. Okay, and I'm just going to ink that edge. I don't know if I remember to do it on some of the others, probably not. But not on all of them. I am on this one. So I was inking some of the wrong bits that I should have not been inking, and not the bits I meant to ink. Now, that's what happens when you're talking and crafting. You're not really got all your brain working on what you're doing. Some of it's trying to figure out what you're saying. Okay, now I'm just going to glue that bit, fold that over. And of course, when I'm doing the challenge, I'm having to think whether what I'm meant to be doing as well. I've got to try and remember what's involved. Although I think I'm just doing it my way. I think Rachel tends to think up variations as she goes along. I just like to keep it to the simple, basic version. My brain can't cope with variations sometimes. So, let's see, shall we find a little something or other? So I've got my little Christmas embellishment things, books. Right, so I'm thinking I've got vertical words in here, vertical Christmas words in here. Oh, got Santa. Is that a bit big? Just a bit big. I'll put it over there. That could go, although I don't, this green on green, I'm not sure about the green on green. We've got, oh, there's a smaller one here. This might, you see this with the poinsettia, Santa. Still doesn't really show up, does it? Ho, ho, ho. No, I don't want the green. What am I doing? I need to find something, a red one. I've got any smallish red ones. I think I need to print a few more off because I think these, I've only got a selection because there were so many in the pack. I didn't print everything off. And I think I could do with a bit more of a selection. Santa. Does it show? Oh, the one I really want, small, is this one because that will really show up. And of course I've only got it in ginormous. I must print off some more of those. There must be some small ones. Look at that. It's huge. Much too big. Can I find something else? Love Santa, it's too big. No, I'm not doing too well here. Alright, let's look on the words going the other way. See if I've got something that I like. Merry and bright. Yeah, I quite like that there. Yep, that can go there. Yep. Now, is it on? Don't think it's on sticker paper. I think I just need to glue it. I think it needs something down the bottom, but I'm not sure what. Might just put some washi tape down there. Okay, that can go there. And I do have some of my little flowers that I made a long time ago, paper flowers. Or maybe my paper punches. I don't know if any of these would just finish it off. Too big. Don't very often remember to use these, but if I can find one that would work, that would be quite nice. But I think these might be all a bit big. I think I need to make some more. The colours aren't always what I'm looking for. No, they're a bit. I have got think I probably used all the small ones. No, 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 no. Not quite right. Okay, washi tape it is. No. Oh, I'm getting really fussy now, aren't I? What I'm going to use. Try a bit of this. Nope, that way. Just needs a splash of colour down there. But I don't know if this is the right colour. Actually, I quite like that. I might just wrap that around a little bit. Like that. Yep, that just kind of gives it a little bit of colour at the bottom there. Okay, and the last thing I want to do is snip the corners, Rachel style. I might round some of them, but I think I'm going to snip these ones. Quick click and re-ink. And that one's done. I like that. I might still, actually, no, not done. I've got my little clustery things that I made. I don't know when I made these. Last year, year before, maybe. I'd like a little, if I can, a little cluster up here because I like those. Nope. Too big. It's nice that it's too big. I want something small. Little small thing. Yeah, I like that one. I think I'm going to staple it on. Yeah, now that's better. Just finishes it off and gives us a tab. Like that. Right, let's do put Christmas away again. Let's do the Moroccan one. Got this. Oh, put those bits out of the way. Now, I did have my little bits and pieces that I pulled out. I had them. Oh, here they are. I don't know whether I'm going to use them all, but I've just got a little selection of bits that might work on here. So I pulled out this little tag because I thought the colour worked really nicely on here. And I thought I might possibly add a piece of the, and it's very close in colour, it's almost too close, isn't it? It's the stamped fabric. It's just maybe even just... I'm not sure about that, unless I make that into a... Could make it a tab, because that would go quite well. Maybe I'll do that. I've got this little piece as well, which I do think would be quite nice with it, just to brighten it up. Just cut that there. And I have got a few little bits and bobs as well I could use. So could have a little piece and one of our perfume bottles even. Looks a bit of a mess, doesn't it? It's not quite working. Maybe I'll take that away. Maybe we'll just stick with something like that. Bring in the perfume bottle. Yes, I like that better. Okay, let's do that. Let's glue this down. Yeah, just need to get some glue off my fingers. Glue him down. And then we'll have a bit of pink fabric, I think, next. There a little bit, and then we'll have our perfume bottle. I think we'll do that. Now I'm going to have that up just a touch more. There we go. Alright, so if we're going to use a piece of this, where do we put it? I could put it at the side there, rather than at the top. Have that tab sticking out, and then I can put that in that way. I think I might do that. Sideways tab this time. Right, so that tab is now glued on, and I think that just finishes it off nicely. I like that one. That can go in my journal. So that's that one. Where are they? Yeah, I'll put those over there. Right, so next we've got this floral one from the Shabba Dabba Doodah kit. I think it was, what did I say it was? Ballroom Botanical, or something like that it's called. And I think really all I want on here, I believe, would be a butterfly. So I did have one lurking around that I thought I could use. Yeah, I think I'll just give it a little ink. Yep, I think save me sitting there going through all my butterflies till I find the one I want. I just pick one out that I think looks quite nicely on there. So let's just do it. Get the process speeded up a fraction. I think on this one, because it's kind of narrow-ish, I might just put a hole at the top and put some string through, which is one of the things that Rachel likes to do quite a lot. But because it's so wet, I'm not going to do that now. But I think that will probably be enough. It's very pretty. I think I'll just leave that as it is. And that's the back. So it's got a really nice floral edge on the back there. All nice and writable. And I think that's... So should I round these corners or clip them? I feel like they won't round very easily. I could try it. Just for a different look from the others. Let's see if it will. Oh, yeah. At least some of them will. Doesn't really like it. A bit thin. That one's alright. This one might be okay too. Sort of. Okay, I'll just have to round the ones that didn't work too well. Have another go at this one. Nope, not going to do it. Yep, you never can tell with this punch. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. So just round that a little bit. And this one a little bit. Okay. Okay, and then we've got, that one is done. Apart from having something poking through the top, which I'll have to wait till it's dry to finish that one. Then we've got this lovely one with the Roxy Creations paper. And I think I'm going to look at the Roxy Creations labels. I've got my book with just her labels in. So I'm thinking, well, I've got these stamps as well, the ones that her husband designed. They're a bit big. What have I got here? I've got these, which are roses, like. I wonder if that would, how would that look on there? I think I quite like that on there. I've got my little jaggedy scissors around somewhere. Okay, found them. I knew they were here because I'd used them on Arlo's journal. And they'd got buried under a piece of kitchen towel. Take that off and put that back in the pocket. Need to ink around this to define those edges. Okay, so that can go there. Let's see what else I can find. I might be able to find something else. Could use as a tab maybe. I've got some small, these small, oh yes, what about this with all the really pretty flowers? Let's have a look. How about a tab? Oh yeah, I like that pink with the pink. Right, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to get this finished. So put that on up here. Like that. And And then we'll have that wrapping around, I think. I just think that is just so pretty there. And then we'll just make a little tab out of that. Make sure I've got it straight. I need to pull it out a little bit more so that it will fold in the middle. And that pointy bit, is that going to look right? That's about right, isn't it? Just need to fold it where that middle point is so that it folds equally on itself. And then I might just clip that little pointy bit. Okay, like that. Yes, very pretty. Okay, I think that's done. Look, that's pretty on the back too. Okay, I think they're done. Just the simple version, but it was meant to be about making some journal cards, and that's what we've done. So very pretty on the front and writable on the back. I mean, there's a few dates over the here and there, but we can just kind of write over those, not a problem. And we have this one, just with the butterfly, a very simple one, but it's very floral and very pretty. And that on the back. Then we have one for our Moroccan journal, which I really like. There's plenty of writing space on the back of that one. And a couple of Christmas ones, which I love. Yeah, I like that one with Santa on the front. Nice bit of writing space, or put a little photo on the back there. Who knows? And then we have this one, which was the prototype, this is actually a piece of journal. It was a piece of ledger paper, you can see that, but this was from a little pack I got from Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah of mixed bits of ephemera. It just so happened that this piece, as it is, was in there. So I've used that. So that's it. That's Roxy's Weekly Challenge, week 42, done and dusted. So there we are. Thank you for joining me. I've had some fun with this morning. Now I have a feeling I've heard my husband coming home from his run. So we'll be getting ourselves ready to go out and do some, hopefully, sofa bed shopping. Fingers crossed. And I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.